Hey everybody, it's Veruda bringing you another League of Legends commentary, and today we're taking a look at Volibear. Now, Volibear was released today, November the 29th, and I will say that he is a ton of fun, so if you've got the extra IP, go ahead and pick him up. Here's a look at the teams. We do have an opposing Volibear, rocking the other skin and a Crystal Ash, but overall, some of the best looking skins in the entire game in here. Look at that, Pax Jax, even a buffed up Mordekaiser. Who still plays Mordekaiser, seriously? Anyways, Volibear, really cool. I like the idea of the champion. This is going to be one of those videos, guys. I'm sorry. I like the idea of the champion. I just think it was a not so great execution. And maybe that's partially my fault. And I'll be the first to admit that. I did try him out as a jungler for quite a few games. Didn't do so hot. Really thought I could be more offensively minded with this champion, that, attack speed was the way to go, and if I picked up a Wit's End, I'd be tanky enough to just, get in everyone's face, and the passive would come into play, and, I would just be, this monster, and I could be fully aggressive. And what it came down to was we were getting into this last game here, and we had all solo champions. There was no support, there was nobody, no standard AD bottom, and so I decided I would support on Volibear. So I am running support bottom with heal and ghost, and I will say that as soon as I made that switch out of desperation of not being successful, I started doing so well on Volibear. This champion, it's like I took off the training wheels or something. It was this epiphany moment. I was playing support, and I was just dominating. Now, I'm running very standard gold pretends. It's kind of like playing Alistar. That's probably the best example. It'd be like running Singed or Alistar in the bottom lane of support. You're there for the fling. As you see, he has an incredible gap closer as I'm trying to get closer to the Ashe there. The champion has great gap closers, he has great burst potential, and he has that really tricky passive, and it's difficult to tell, how much it's going to really affect 1v1, so he can be kind of a sleeper OP in the 1v1 dueling scenarios, but it really comes down to what you're facing and what you're looking at. There have been times where I thought the passive heal would heal me through a Nudir or something, and I just got wrecked, so you gotta be mindful of it. As far as masteries go, I started running support, but I wasn't running 0921. Instead, I was running 0219, a fully tank, just beefy talent tree, and on top of that, running attack speed runes, movement speed quints, and the extra movement speed in the utility tree definitely helping me out. So, really liking Volibear as a support. I'm shocked to say that. I kind of play him as I do Leona. Just down there, ready to be very aggressive at a moment's notice, charging towards an opponent. He does have that gap closer. He also has a slow, which is very effective. I have a hard time with flinging somebody and slowing them too quickly. You kind of need to spread them out. They can't overlap really easily, and you need to spread it out so that your CC is as effective as possible. As you see here, I'm just letting him take all the CS. I've got my Philo Stone. I'm just chilling, letting my health regen. But as soon as I have an opportunity to move in, I'm just going to go ahead and charge him. Now, we'll go over his abilities real quick. His Q, basically he drops down to all fours and runs faster while approaching an enemy champion. So this is very similar to Vayne's passive, where anytime she is moving towards an opponent, she goes faster. His W, every auto attack gives him extra increased attack speed. So you see that little paw there, not only above my head, but also on my buff bar there. It keeps resetting every time I auto attack because it's giving me bonus attack speed. Now you can activate that after 3 stacks. So after 3 attacks, you can activate it for a type of execute. It does more damage to lower the health of the target, whether it be a champion or a minion. Now, your third ability is a Roar. Now, this Roar is a fear to minions, but a slow and damage effect to everybody in an AoE around you. See, I'm going to charge towards this Ashe here with my Q, going to fling her over me with the Q, and then I'm going to roar, trying to do a little extra damage and slower. The passive is kicking in as I run away from Ezreal. He's pretty so I wasn't too afraid, and I'm just going to be able to return to lane and continue farming. His final ability is for 12 seconds, his claws gain a lightning effect. Now, every time he auto-attacks, he will shock everything around him. So, attack speed is a very, very strong way to go about building this champion, but at the same time, I feel that the tankier you are and the more tanky direction you build, the more effective you'll be at his real role. And I think that's more of an initiator. I think that whenever I've got heal up and I've got my ultimate up, or excuse me, my heal and my passive up, it's a guaranteed tower dive. I'm not afraid at all. There is nothing stopping me from diving you. You could be sitting there with 10 health, with the best stunners in the world, but once that stun's over, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to fling you over my back using the Q, trying to catch up to you. As you see here, I'm diving, flinging him over my back. I slowed him with my E, and then as I activate my Thunder Claws and I attacked him once, he did go down to Gangplank. I did activate my heal, though not quite sure if my passive would be enough to keep me alive through the tower, but as you see, I just shrug off the tower dive like it's nothing. He feels kind of like old Mundo, where you just were a truck. You're an unstoppable force. That being said, he does have his limits. I am running flat armor and flat magic resistance, so I am naturally tanky with that. But even with the defensive tree, he can be burst down, so don't... what am I looking for? Don't be hesitant to use your summoner heal, as sometimes you take so much burst damage that you're not going to see the effect of the passive. Here you see me jumping towards Tryndamere using Ghost and my Q. I'm going to fling him over my back, use my E, slow him, auto-attack him twice, 3 times. Now I'm going to execute with my W and take him out. The opposing Volibear goes down to our Mordekaiser. We pick up those kills pretty easily. So as I was saying, go pretends on this guy, just play him as support, feed somebody bottom, lots of CC as far as the slow and the fling. I'm going to fling the opposing Volibear here, slowing him, activating my Thunder Claws, running up to the Gangplank, activating my heal so he stays alive, auto-attacking, will take out the opposing Volibear, charging towards the Katarina up here as she goes towards her tower. I do use my Q trying to catch her. The activated ability where I was going to be able to throw her over my back, it did expire before I got to her. I did try to use my execute a little bit early, but as you saw there, my passive did kick in, and it kept me alive underneath that tower. Now the Mordekaiser on my team did go down, but it was just an execute underneath the tower opposed to a kill. So very, very strong tower diver. That's really what I'm seeing out of this guy. His initiations are so good. I like his size. I know this sounds like a really stupid thing. I know it's all aesthetics, but really, it's intimidating when that guy just starts charging at you. He has a roar, his claws, you know, you're going to see it here right as I go towards his ash. They light up, and when you pop Ghost, you are just charging them. There's nothing they can do to escape it. It's very, very cool, but at the same time, it is a small duration, and you have to fling them quickly. You have to get up to them and auto-attack them quickly, otherwise the fling effect will disappear, and that sucks. So, like, if you're chasing towards a Taric or something underneath the tower, if he stuns you really fast, you've wasted the fling, so be very careful about how you activate it and when you use it. Here we do have the incredibly decisive team fight of the game. The Volibear flips me towards his tower. I flip him back towards mine. I slow him. He's trying to run through the Gangplank ult. My ult plus my auto attacks will take him down. Nocturne coming in for the double kill, taking out Katarina and Ashe. As we approach the opposing Ezreal, Mordekaiser picks it up with his conal effect, and we will get the ace. So that is a huge play. We really hadn't had a big team fight where everyone came together, but due to my initiation and the ability to pop that heal while I was low, that in conjunction with the very synergetic passive was able to keep me alive and able to tank a tower like it was nothing for my team. I urge that if you're playing this champion for the first time, you don't overexert yourself, overextending underneath towers when you don't need to be doing it. You get this sense of power while playing this character, and I don't know if it's the size, or if it's the abilities, or it's the passive, but something about him really makes you feel like a man, and sometimes you can't be that guy. Sometimes you just get your ass kicked, so you gotta learn your limits. As far as this champion, I like him thus far. I've only played about 7 games with him. I'm very mixed on my results, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Playing support, I've won every single one of them. Really positive results with setting up kills for my teammate. I like the champion. I like where he's sitting. I think I need more time with him, so I'm not going to give you a thumbs up or thumbs down on this guy yet. Definitely worth the IP if you've got it sitting around and you like the idea of this guy. But otherwise, pick up free Alistar and support bottom lane. As far as jungling, I feel there's other junglers out there. And right now, jungling as a whole just seems a little weak to me. I'm not quite sure if it's just because of the change and people don't like change and that's the issue. Not quite sure. We'll see. Give it a little bit more time. I promise I will come out with another Volibear commentary. I'm sorry if this one was a little bit short. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please click the like button. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for more content. Also, if you haven't seen my Riot Point giveaway, I am doing that by December 7th, so make sure you check that video out. There will be a link. And I am also starting a series of quick guides for these champions. So check that out. I'll have links for both. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Veruda, and I'll see you out there.